Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ma'am Sol. But before I start my discussion, may I ask Ms. Bernal to lead the prayer?
Let's go and talk about the purpose of God. Lord, thank you for this day of Jesus. We realize that our God, alam mo ang Lord, salamat ang salamat sa Lord,
So now I'll be the one to discuss the African literature. But before that, let's read first our learning outcome. So at the end of the lesson, students are expected to identify and describe main characteristics of African literature, analyze literary works by early and contemporary African writers, and act out some ideas of philosophers analyzing and choosing literary texts. So now let's know the characteristic of African literature. African literature is defined as literary works created by authors living in countries in the African continent, mainly lying south of Sub-Sahara. In African literature, the tradition of numerous African peoples are in the interwoven circle development of the cultural tradition of Europe, Asia, Africa, and America. So African literature aims to preserve the culture and tradition that exists in various African communities. So African literature help us to keep the culture and tradition of different African groups alive. So it tells about their story of life, beliefs, and customs, making sure that they are not forgotten and can be passed to another generation. So they stem from a range of myths and oral texts which explain the creation of the world, the way of living, and the beginning of the creation, the essence of existence. So African literature also often comes from old stories and myths. This story explains how the world created, and it helps us people to understand their origins. And also, African literature is typically oral literature that includes a range of stories, dramas, histories, myths, songs, proverbs, and other expressions. Stories, it helps us to entertain and give us lessons. While dramas, it helps us to show the important life events and cultural values. While histories, it helps us to understand about the past that explain where people come from, while the myth is tales that explain the nature and spiritual beliefs, while songs is used in ceremonies or daily life to share emotions and messages. While proverbs, it helps us it explains wise sayings and gives us an advice. So next is here are the genes of Africans. So there are the African writers and poets. So first is Soyinka Wole. So Soyinka Wole is a poet, essayist, and playwright, and also an activist. He is renowned as the greatest literary figures of Africa. He became the first American to receive Nobel Prize in Literature. So his work explores such political corruption and social injustice, also cultural identity. So his famous works are The Lion and the Jewel, A Dance of the Forest, and Health of King Northman. So next is Achebe Chinua. Achebe Chinua is known as novelist, poet, and essayist. He was regarded as the most important figure in Africa, while the Soyinka is the most greatest name in the African literature, while Sia is the most important figures in African literature. He was best known for his novel Things Falls Apart. So his work often focused on the effect of colonialism in African society and the conflict between tradition and modernity. So his famous works where the things falls apart, no longer at his arrow of God, and also until South Savannah. So next is Clark John Pepper. So Clark John Pepper is a poet, playwright, and literary scholar. He was known as the most prominent figure in modern Africa. So his contribution in literary, he is known for his poetry and plays, which explore themes such as African culture, colonialism, tradition, and the natural environment. His work explores complexities of human relationship. And also his famous works are the Arid and the Time and the Casual Ties. Casual Ties, I mean. Next is Mugi Watyong. Mugi Watyong. Mugi Watyong is an author, playwright, and also a scholar. He is considered as the most leading voices in African literature. His work addressed the themes of colonialism, cultural identity, language, and struggles of post-colonial African societies. So Mugi's works critique that affect the colonialism and explore the conflict between traditional concepts and Western influences. So his writing is The Weak-Not Child, The River Between, and also A Grain of Wheat. And the last one is The Devil on the Cross. So Mugi Watyong is the most leading voices of African. So next is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. So Chimamanda is known for her compelling storytelling and insightful exploration of identity, gender, race, and culture. She gained global recognition with her novel Purple Headed Ghost, which won longest for the Booker Prize. Her famous work, Americana, Adichie is known for influential essays and books published, which is like TED Talk, which is We Should Be All Feminist. Next is Mia Wangi. Mia Wangi is a prominent Kenyan author. He was best known for his work that explored the complexities of the post-colonial Kenya. And also Wangi is famous for his vivid storytelling, often addressing themes such as poverty, social injustice, and struggles of ordinary people. So Wangi is a novel. Wangi has a novel which named The Uncertain Future, The Cockroach Dance, Going Down River Road, The River in the Source. He also works in various media such as journalism and journalism. The last one is Amos Tutola. So Amos Tutola is best known for his first novel, The Brown White Green Card. This novel, written in a style that mixes Yoruba oral tradition with Western literary works. So his work, particularly the Brown White Green Card, both the liturgical and spiritual aspects of African culture, drawing heavily from Yoruba beliefs and storytelling. So through that, he just gained the same level of recognition like Chiniba Achebe and Moli Suyetka. His contribution in African literature is undeniably special in terms of bringing African oral tradition and to written work. So that's also he did for his